You know that feeling, don't you? You're just scrolling through your feed
Hmm.
and you see it. Someone's picture perfect vacation, maybe a brand new car, or, some huge career thing.
Yeah.
And that little voice just whispers, why isn't that me?
Oh, absolutely. If that sounds familiar, well, you're definitely not alone.
Uh-huh.
Almost everyone, I think, at some point sort of falls into that trap, comparing their life to others.
And it feels stronger these days, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
Because we're living in this world where other people's lives, or at least the idea of their lives, are visible, like 247.
Right.
And it just makes that urge to measure ourselves against them feel, well, way more intense than it probably ever was before.
But there's a real cost to this constant comparison.
There is. It steals our joy. It can really knock our confidence. And sometimes uh, it even messes with our sense of who we actually are.
It's a big one. So, okay, for this deep dive, we really want to get into why we do this. Why do we compare?
Yeah, the roots of it.
And what it's actually doing to us, the real impact. And most importantly, figure out, how to break free, how to stop getting caught in that cycle.
We've got some great insights lined up from our sources.
Yeah, we do. So let's just jump right in.
Okay, so it's interesting because comparison, it's not really a modern invention,
Sure.
not just because of the internet.
Right. It goes way back.
Way back. It seems to be pretty deeply wired into us as humans. Like, think about early human tribes.
Okay.
Back then, knowing who was stronger or who was maybe a better hunter, where you sort of fit in, that wasn't just like social awareness.
Yeah.
It was often really vital.
For survival.
Yeah, for survival, for cooperation. It helped keep things, working. It helped the group thrive.
Okay. That makes sense in a small group, maybe 20, 30 people you see every day.
Exactly. But that's where things get different, very different for us now.
Because we're not in those small tribes anymore.
Not at all. We're in this like massive global digital village.
Yeah.
So instead of comparing ourselves to maybe a few dozen familiar faces, now we're potentially comparing ourselves to hundreds, maybe even thousands of people online every single day.
And that scale changes everything. Plus, what we're actually seeing isn't the same, is it?
That's the crucial part. That's the twist.
Yeah.
We aren't comparing our reality with their reality.
No.
More often than not, we're comparing ourselves to the highlight reel, the carefully selected, polished moments people choose to share.
Ah, the highlight reel. Yeah.
And that's why comparison today feels so much more harmful than helpful, I think.
So, okay, we're scrolling, we're seeing these highlights. What's the immediate hit? What does that actually do to us moment to moment?
Well, one of the first things, and it's pretty direct,
Mm-hmm.
is it can really impact our self-perception. It leads to, low self-esteem.
Feeling like you're not measuring up.
Exactly. That feeling of I'm not good enough or I'm falling behind. And it doesn't just stop with how we see ourselves. It affects our emotions too.
House.
Well, instead of feeling genuinely happy for someone else's success.
Yeah, you feel that pang of jealousy, resentment.
Precisely. Those bitter emotions can start to creep in almost automatically sometimes.
Right.
And it replaces that genuine happiness we might otherwise feel.
And there's research on this, right? Linking this kind of comparison, especially on social media, to mental health.
Oh, absolutely. Numerous studies show a connection. Heavy social media use, which is often, let's face it, fueled by comparison,
Right.
is linked to poorer mental health outcomes. Things like increased anxiety, depression symptoms. It's quite concerning.
And it can even affect our sense of self, our identity.
Yeah, think about it. If you're constantly looking outward, focusing on what others have or what they're doing, you start focusing on your own goals, your own path.
You start chasing their version of success instead of defining your own.
Exactly. You can actually start to lose touch with what you truly want, what matters to you. It's a real loss of identity.
It makes me think of like running a race. But instead of looking ahead at your own lane, your own finish line, you keep glancing sideways at the other runners.
Yeah. What happens then?
You lose focus, you stumble, maybe you even slow down because you're distracted.
That's a perfect analogy. And, if we're talking about what really pours gasoline on this fire,
It's got to be social media.
it's got to be social media. It's just such a huge fuel for this whole problem. It creates this powerful illusion.
Yeah, think about specific examples. You see maybe a friend posting about their perfect relationship, the happy selfies, the romantic captions.
Right, Solomon.
But you don't see the arguments they had that morning or the compromises, the messy bits behind the scenes.
Or maybe a business owner showing off a new luxury car, like, look at my
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
But you might not see the huge amount of debt they take on to get it, or the stress they're under.
It's never the full story.
It's never the full story. And that's the core imbalance, isn't it? We're comparing our own, like, raw, unedited, behind-the-scenes footage
Mm-hmm. Our everyday reality.
with someone else's perfectly edited highlight reel.
Yeah.
And that mismatch, it's almost guaranteed to make us feel like we're falling behind.
There was a story in our sources that really stuck with me about a young artist.
Ah, yes. The artist. Tell us about that.
Well, she really admired this other painter who was, super successful, lots of followers, selling paintings for big money, seemed to have it all figured out.
Okay. Understandable admiration.
Totally. But then she started trying to copy the successful artist's style, thinking, maybe that was the secret to success.
Imitation.
Yeah. And what happened was she started losing her own unique style, her own voice, and eventually she even lost her passion for painting.
Wow. So trying to be someone else actually cost her the very thing she loved.
Exactly. And the turning point only came when she consciously decided to stop comparing, to stop imitating.
And went back to her own art.
Went back to her own authentic style. And that's when people really started to notice her work, to connect with it.
That's such a powerful lesson, isn't it?
It really is.
When you compare too much, when you try to be a copy, you lose the thing that makes you special. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else.
It needs the real you.
Exactly. It needs you.
Okay, so knowing all this, the roots, the costs, the highlight reel trap, what can we actually do? What are some real practical strategies to break free?
Right, the actionable stuff.
Oh.
Well, one really fundamental strategy is practicing gratitude.
Gratitude. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds simple, maybe even a big cliche, but it's powerful. Instead of letting your mind focus on what you don't have.
Which comparison makes us do.
Right. You consciously, maybe daily, remind yourself of what you do have. Good things, big or small. It really helps shift your mindset from, like, lack to abundance.
Makes sense. Shifting focus. What else?
Another very direct one. Limit your social media time.
Just cut back.
Yeah, or at least be much more mindful about it. The less time you spend scrolling through those highlight reels, frankly, the less opportunity you have to fall into the comparison trap.
Simple math, really.
Pretty much. And related to that, focus on celebrating your own progress.
Instead of comparing outwards, compare inwards.
Exactly. The only comparison that's truly useful is comparing yourself today to yourself yesterday or last year. Ask, am I learning? Am I growing? Am I better than I was?
That's the only race that really counts.
That's the one. And another thing is trying to genuinely appreciate others without judgment.
So when you see someone succeed,
Try to feel truly happy for them. Challenge yourself to celebrate it. And ask yourself honestly, does their success somehow take away from yours?
the answer is usually no, right?
Almost always no. Their success doesn't diminish your potential or your own worth. There's enough space for everyone.
And I guess the final piece is really leaning into what makes you unique.
Absolutely. That ties it all together. Remember that no one, absolutely no one, has your exact combination of experiences, talents, struggles, your story.
What you bring is different.
It's different, and it's valuable because it's different. Focus on cultivating that.
So if we use these strategies, maybe we can even change our relationship with comparison itself. Not just avoid it, but maybe reframe it.
I think so. You can potentially turn it from a trap into a tool or maybe inspiration.
How would that work? Inspiration, not imitation.
Right. So, for instance, you see someone who's really fit.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling bad about yourself.
You could think, wow, that's inspiring. Maybe I could try that new workout class, or maybe I could focus more on my nutrition.
Exactly. Let it motivate your own journey, tailored to you. Or, you see a business doing really well.
Instead of just feeling jealous, you could look at their strategies. What are they doing well? Can I learn something here?
Yes. Learn from them, adapt ideas, but don't just blindly copy. Use it as information, as fuel for your own unique path.
So it's about how you react to it.
Fundamentally, yes. Comparison can either pull you down into feeling inadequate, or you can choose to let it lift you up, to inspire you.
The choice is ours.
The choice is yours.
Okay, so wrapping this up. It feels like the core message is, yes, comparison is kind of natural, it's human,
Mm-hmm. It's wired in.
but letting that constant unhealthy comparison take over, That's what steals our peace, our joy, our progress.
Absolutely. You really are running your own race, on your own track, with your own unique timing and your own definition of the finish line.
So maybe the next time you feel that urge, that little whisper of comparison starting,
Pause.
yeah, pause. And ask yourself that question. Am I seeing the whole picture here? Or am I just looking at someone else's polished highlight reel?
It's a crucial check-in. Focus instead on your journey, your growth, your story as it unfolds.
Because really, the only person you need to be better than
Is the person you were yesterday. That's the benchmark.
your value, your worth.
Mm.
It's not measured against what anyone else is doing or achieving.
Not at all. It's measured against your own potential, your own journey of becoming.